Hey, it's Monica B, creator of HeyMonicaB.com, a blooming resource on Ayurveda, and author of In Your Elements, a blooming Ayurveda guide to creating your best life. Today, I want to talk about sleep and sleep tips. I have 5 of my favorite tips to help you guys sleep soundly because I care about you and your mind and your body. And why do we need good sleep anyways? Who cares? Some people can go on 4 or 5 hours of sleep and feel fine. Well, they say they feel fine, but there's actually, if we don't get enough sleep, if we don't get enough rest and downtime, it's very vata increasing. And so people start to experience all of these things, not necessarily related to sleep, but problems in their mind where they might have problems focusing, they might have extra anxiety or worry, they might be super forgetful or they might even be a little bit clumsy, they might get constipation, they might have poor digestion, they might have all of these other different things that are actually related to sleep, because when we sleep, it is that calm, it is that quiet, it is that grounding, it is that rejuvenation for the body to take a rest and rejuvenate itself overnight, because we spend our whole days doing stuff constantly with our bodies and our minds. And if we don't give ourselves that time, and if it's not high quality, we will totally break down. It's just going to seem like we have all these other problems. But if we trace it back, we can go, oh, you're not really sleeping that well or that high quality. So let's go through my favorite things to recommend for having sound sleep at night. Number 1 is turn off those screens. Turn off TV, turn off your phone, turn off your computer, turn off the iPad 1 hour before sleep. Why? Because that is also vata increasing. The lights that we see on there, the dings, the bings, keep our mind engaged and keep our mind going. And what we want to do right before sleep is we want to calm it down so that we prep our body for rest. We're giving it a clue. We're saying, okay, this is the time now. You know, like if you have children and you give them a little bedtime routine, they don't just go from running around the house being all happy and crazy and then plop in bed. No, you do the shower, you do some books, you build a whole routine about quieting down. You might want to put on some music for them to prep them. Well, turning off the screens is the same thing. Besides, there's probably a lot of other very cool things that would nourish your body and mind that you could do for that hour before bed, besides ding, 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 dinking on the screen like you've been doing all day anyways. So give yourself a break and bring life into that time. Maybe you spend extra time with your family, pick up a good book, do a restorative yoga practice before bed, massage your feet, whatever you want to do. But 1 hour before bed, the screens go down so your mind can start to shed some of that. It's no longer engaged, because that engagement will keep us from falling asleep. Number 2, some of you who've already followed my teachings for a while already know what I'm going to say. Bed by 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock. Why 10 o'clock is the magic number? Well, 10 or 10:30 depending on the season, but 10 o'clock is the time when Pitta energy starts. And Pitta energy is the energy of transformation. And so how many of you have gotten a second wind? You're kind of tired, and then you get a second wind around 10 o'clock, and you're like, oh yeah, I got ideas for the strategy tomorrow. I'm going to go clean my house. I'm going to go sweep the deck. There's stuff, you just find stuff to do and you start doing it. Well, our bodies and our minds start to process all of our thoughts, emotions, foods, everything from the day at around 10 o'clock p.m. And it's supposed to do that while we sleep. So we sleep, it processes, hooray. But if we're awake, it's going to do the processing anyway. So then we feel like this extra supercharge of stuff that we can accomplish. We're like, I'm a night owl. I can do that. Well, you are, because Pitta is keeping you that way. But if we fall asleep before 10 o'clock, if we actually rest, we'll fall asleep in Kaava Time, which is slow, nourishing time, which promotes sleep and actually creates that lovely, loving downtime and slowness that we need to fall asleep. And if we stay up beyond that threshold, we're going to be in trouble, and we're going to be up until midnight or 1 o'clock. Cool. So bed by 10. You can also at bedtime lay on your right side and do a SOHO meditation. Super simple. You just on the inhale, you close your lips and you breathe through your nose, because the nose is the quickest passageway to the mind. The nostrils are. And so the way we breathe signals our mind on how to think and how to feel. And when we take nice slow breaths Through the nose, it tells our mind everything's good, you're good, there's no more stress, it's time for sleep. So hum. Close your lips. Lay on your right side. And think the word so on the inhale. Take a pause. And then on the exhale, think hum. So it's so hum, so hum. Nice and slow, nice and slow. What that means is I am that, or I am the divine. So we're filling ourselves with this lovely mantra of that. I am my higher self. I am my higher power. I am spirit. I am the divine. I am the divine being. Right before bed. It's amazing. It really helps people sleep. And when you do it, make sure you breathe from your lower belly, not from your chest. And it should put you to sleep. You can do it for 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Most likely, you'll fall asleep before you're done. Okay, the next one is if you're in a real, if you're feeling really busy before bed and it feels like it's hard to calm down, you can do a little head massage. Or if you or even your kid is having a problem falling asleep, you can do a little head massage. There's 3 points on the head, okay? Take your ears, you see my ears, here's my ears, and you're gonna trace your fingers all the way up to the top of your head right here where there's a point. Or you can do 8 fingers away from your eyebrows. What's that mean? It means this. You take 4 fingers and then 4 fingers and then it's right there. Okay, there's a point and you can just move that point clockwise for about a minute or so. Don't press too hard. Okay, that's 1 point. Little head massage, and you take your ears and you go to like a 45-degree angle so you're kind of on the back flat part of your head. If you feel around, you'll find the point because it should be sensitive. That's another point. Clockwise, about a minute or so. Then there's another point where the back of our skull meets our neck and there's like an indentation. I wish I could spin around and show you, but I can't. Okay, so there's an indentation. Just feel it. Just feel around where there's an indent right where the back of your skull meets the top of your neck, kind of like a dent. And you're just going to massage that point for another minute. If you want, you can put some nice lavender inside some almond oil or something like that, and you can do put a little bit of oil on your finger if you like, but you don't have to either. This is really good to settle the mind. My daughter requests this all the time when she has problems sleeping. So that's number 4. And the other thing that she says is, Mom, get the milk and nutmeg. I can't sleep. So number 5, my 5th Ayurvedic tip for sound sleep is in a pinch, you can always have a little warm milk and nutmeg. This is really good also if you wake up in the middle of the night and you can't fall asleep. I kid you not, it'll work in 15 minutes. You just take a little bit of milk. By a little bit, I mean like maybe like a 1/4 cup, maybe a little bit more. I don't know, something reasonable, like that much, not a whole big cup. That's no good. But a little bit, you warm it up on the stove and then you sprinkle some nutmeg in there. If it's for kids, make sure you taste it first. Make sure it's not too nutmeggy because they might be turned off by that. But you can try that and you can drink that. And like I said, it should work super fast. I don't recommend doing that every single night, but in a pinch, especially if you're like, okay, my sleeping sucks and I need to get on this, you can use that as a therapy to get your body used to how to sleep. So we need to, if we have poor sleep habits, we might also need to retrain our body so that it knows how to sleep well and how to sleep soundly. So sometimes we have to retrain and we have to get our bodies back in that rhythm. And when you do, you're going to be able to wake up with so much more energy and have so much more productivity to your day. Because it's true, when we lack the sleep, we're really dizzy in our mind. It does us no good. I'm saying no good to miss out on sleep and then go grabbing huge Starbucks or big coffees or big teas or feeling like you need sweets and chocolates to refuel your body. You don't, you just need sleep. Sound sleep, good quality sleep. And note, just write down maybe some health concerns that you have if you're not sleeping well. Just write those down. And then start working on some of these things and plug those in and see if some of those problems, those health concerns that you have start to get better. My guess is that they will. And when they do, email me at Monica@HeyMonicaB and be like, dude, I'm sleeping and I'm also healing my body at the same time. So that is your Ayurvedic lesson today on how to bring 5 Ayurvedic tips into your life for sound sleep, because I care about you, I care about your Z's, and we'll keep bringing this Ayurveda to life. Mwah.